Hello all, this is Keerthana, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce. Today we're going to see a topic difference between micro and macroeconomics. First, we can see what is macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the branch of economics that studies the behavior, performance, and structure of the entire economy. It focuses on large scale economic factors such as national income, total output, inflation, unemployment, and economic growth, unlike microeconomics, which deals with individual and firm level making. But macroeconomics looks at the economy as a whole and analyzes aggregate economic variables. So we can see the aspects of macroeconomics. First one is national income and output. Macroeconomics examines the total output of an economy measured by indicators such as gross domestic product, which is GDP, and gross national product, GNP. These metrics help determine the overall economic performance of a country and its standard of living. And the second one is unemployment. The study of unemployment is a major focus in macroeconomics. It explores different types of unemployment such as cyclical, structural, and frictional unemployment and looks at policies to reduce unemployment rates. And the third one is inflation and deflation. Macroeconomics analyzes price stability throughout inflation and throughout deflation. It studies the causes of inflation and its impact of purchasing power, wages, and investment. Global interdependence. Macroeconomics recognizes that economics are interconnected globally. It studies the effects of globalization, international trade policies, capital flows, and how shocks in one economy can affect others. Next is public debt. The role of government borrowing in financing deficits, managing debt, and its implications for future economic growth is a key area of macroeconomic analysis. It also considers the sustainability of debt and its impact on interest rate. Business cycle. It examines fluctuations economic activity over time known as business cycles, which include period of expansion and contraction. Understanding business cycles helps in predicting economic downturns and formulating policies to mitigate them. Next is scope of macroeconomics. First one is aggregate economic indicators. Macroeconomics focuses on broad indicators like GDP, unemployment rates, inflation, and interest rates to assess the overall economic performance. Second one is economic stabilization. It aims to stabilize economies through policies designed to control inflation, reduce unemployment, and promote growth. Third one is global economics. The scope extends to international economies, examining trade policies, exchange rates, and global impact of national economics. Next is microeconomics. Microeconomics is the branch of economics that focuses on the behavior and decision making of individual economic units such as consumers, firms, and households. It examines how these units are such as consumers, firms, and households. It examines how these entities interact in specific markets to determine prices, resource allocation, and the distribution of goods and services. Microeconomics is preliminarily concerned with supply and demand, market equilibrium, and the decision making process at the individual or firm level. Key aspects of microeconomics: demand and supply. Microeconomics studies how consumers' demand for goods and services and producers' supply interact to determine market prices and quantities. It explores how changes in price, income, and preference affect demand and supply. Next is consumer behavior. It analyzes how individuals make consumption decisions based on their preference, income, and budget constraints. The law of diminishing marginal unity and concepts like indifference curve are key to understanding consumer choices. Production and cost. Microeconomics investigates how firms decide on the quantity of goods to produce, how to minimize production cost, and how to allocate resources efficiently. The study of production functions, marginal cost, and economics of sale are central to this. Scope of microeconomics. First one is resource allocation. Understanding how limited resources are allocated among competing users. And the second one is price mechanism. Examining how price serve as signals and incentives in the market. Third one is welfare economics, studying how economic policies impact social welfare and distribution of resources. And the fourth one is optimization, exploring how consumers and producers maximize utility and profit respectively. In the end, macroeconomic provides insights into how individual decisions shape the overall economy, focusing on optimizing resources and understanding market behavior at the smaller but more specific level. We can see the difference between macro and microeconomics. So, in microeconomics, we will see only an individual person's consumer behavior, supply of goods, labor market, effect of price of goods, and market. But in macroeconomics, we have to see the economy as a whole, which includes GDP, inflation, employment and unemployment, aggregate demand, and capacity of economy. ஸோ மேக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ்ன்னு வரப்போ ஒரு பர்டிகுலராக இண்டிவிஜுவலாக ஒரு பர்சன்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தா ஒரு குரூப் பார்த்தா போதும். பட் மேக்ரோ எக்கனாமிக்ஸ்ன்னு வரப்போ ஒரு ஹோல் பர்சனோட ஒரு ஹோல் எக்கனாமியே நம்ம பார்க்கணும். ஸோ அதில் தான் ஜிடிபி, இன்ஃப்ளேஷன், டிஃப்ளேஷன் இது எல்லாமே இன்க்ளூட் ஆகிருக்கும். Hope the video was useful and understandable. Thank you.